Hi everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Alexandra and I'm a beginner seamstress. In this video I will be sewing the Sicily Slip Dress, and I'm very nervous about it and intimidated by this project because I've never sewn with satin, I've never cut on the bias, and I've never really tried to make a figure-fitting garment. So nerves are high, anxiety levels are high, but I'm also really excited and I'm hoping I'll be learning through this process. If you're a subscriber and you're thinking, whoa, she looks a little different, you're right, I'm wearing a new lipstick. No, I'm joking. I've definitely cut my hair and colored my hair. It was time for a change. I really like how it looks, and that's all I gotta say about it. So let us sew the Sicily Slip Dress. Come on, let's go. Okay, so in my previous video, I was telling you that I was deciding between the plummy color and the minty color, and surprise, I have gone for the minty color. My heart spoke to me and was like, go for the minty color, lady. So that's what I did, and let us have an appreciation moment for how beautiful this fabric is. Let's talk about the pattern really quickly. This is my first PDF pattern, which I bought from Sewing Patterns by Mason. I was kind of scared buying my first PDF pattern. I was like, how's this gonna work? But you buy the PDF pattern and then you get it printed and you're ready to rock and roll, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and cut the fabric. The next thing that I need to do right now is stay stitch all of the fabric. Here we go. Ooh, wish me luck. First impressions are very slippery. Okay, so that's my front piece and then that's my back piece, and then I just need to stitch this. Right, so the stitching is now done, and now my first thing that I need to do is finish the raw edge of the facing by doing a zigzag stitch and then pressing it and then stitching it. And I'm gonna have to do exactly the same thing for the front facing. I hope that makes sense. Now we're gonna move on to the straps. The straps were supposed to end around this mark, but I have added about an inch because I just want the straps to be a little longer to kind of bring the dress down a little bit, just because personal preference really. And for the straps, I bought loop turners because these are gonna be like really skinny straps, do you know what I mean? So I don't have skinny fingers to be able to kind of pull it out. I don't know how they're supposed to work. I've never used one of these before. The first thing that we need to do with the straps is fold them in half and then pin them. And then we're gonna go and stitch. Do you wanna hear a funny story? You know those competitions on Instagram when you're like, tag a friend and you're gonna win this and that. I always enter those competitions because I like winning things, but I have never in my life ever won anything. But recently I have entered some competitions, and this month alone I won 3 meters of designer fabric from this really cool and expensive fabric shop. And the following day, or 2 days later, I get a notification that I won a pattern as well. I won 2 Instagram competitions in 1 week. Moral of the story is, enter those Instagram competitions because you never know when it's gonna be your turn to win. I've done all that talking and now you got this. Let's take it to the sewing machine. Honestly, 3 hours later. Please, come on. That is a very skinny strap. Let's try this with the second one. The tube goes in. The thingy hooks the straps. The clasp comes out. Is this gonna work for... Oh my gosh, this is working first time around. Look at this. This is my pride and joy today. Come on, somebody. morning, good morning. I just looked at my reflection in the camera and I thought of the news reporter who's like, "I'm so pale."
Not so pale.
Literally, that's how I feel. Why am I so pale? I need some sun, but it's a new day. The front of the dress is done. Let me show you. So this is the front of the dress. All done. My next step is to attach the back facing to the back. How beautiful is this fabric? I love it so much. Now it's time for us to attach the front piece to the back piece. Face together, and then I'm gonna take these ties, making sure they're not twisted, and then I'm just gonna insert it in here and sandwich it between the facing and the back panel. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and then stitch all along here, making sure I catch the straps. Okay, so that was really good. I honestly feel so relaxed sewing such like careful bits and like paying attention and taking it really easy and like being present. I think that's so good and so important when you're doing something for fun, to just like take a moment to enjoy it. And now we're getting to the end. It's been a ride. It's been a joyful ride. The dress is attached at the top. Here's the top. The next thing that we need to do is stitch the dress at the sides with a French seam, because French seams are gorgeous. They look really neat. They look put together. Alright, so I'm about to do the zigzag stitch, but I just thought I would give you an update. When I measured myself, I was between size 8 and 10. So I just tried on the dress and it feels a little baggy. So what the pattern recommends is that you zigzag stitch at about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. I'm gonna add an inch seam allowance just to kind of take it in. And I think that's gonna be fine. This is what the French seam looks like on the inside of the dress. You gotta check to make sure you encased all your raw edges. Normally I'll go ahead and, you know, hem the edge of the dress, but you know, with this dress, apparently you have to let it hang for 24 hours because there is potential of the dress kind of stretching, so you want to make sure that the hem is very straight. It's been a week. The dress has been hanging for a week, and the good news is that the hem didn't stretch. There's nothing really to alter or cut, which means I can just go ahead and hem the dress and then show you the dress. It's so beautiful. I am so excited. I'm actually gonna cut the French seam because it's far too bulky and it doesn't sit right. Hopefully that will help the dress lie a little bit more flat on the body. I tried to get too close to the French seam to cut it really close, and I literally cut my finger open. Why? It's kind of a cute pattern though, look at it. It's like a little heart shape. See, it's like a heart. Try sewing, they said. It will be fun, they said. That was a deep cut. I couldn't find plasters in my house, by the way, so I had to resort to bandage. Okay, so me and my chopped up finger have finished the dress. Stitched it, pressed it, ironed it, almost burnt it. Oh, what an adventure. But I have really enjoyed making this dress. I definitely feel like it's challenged my skills, which is really good. And I'm so proud I've managed to like make a fitted satin dress for myself. I can't wait to show you guys. Let's see the dress, shall we?